Lately, one of my friends have been struggling with her faith in God. Like a lot of people, she questions, why would an all-loving God that can speak anything into existence would allow bad things happen to good people? I can't count how many times I've heard this question asked, not only by the undecided and non-believers, but by Christians as well. In a perfect world, good people would get good things, and bad people would be in turmoil. But we don't live in a perfect world. Once upon a time there was such a world, but we threw that away when we decided to sin. The truth of the matter is we live in a chaotic world, a world full of war, illness, famine, and crime. And like other living organisms, we are affected by our environment. Because the world is full of pollutants, chemicals, greed, sexual immorality, hatred, and evil, we get diseases, robbed, raped, killed, and other terrible things. Evil does not play fair. It is not prejudiced and will come upon anyone. The devil often tries to defeat Christians with trials and tribulations. I truly believe that God does not cause bad things to happen in life. Nothing bad comes from the Father. We, with a lot of help of Satan, have created a mess. And when I say we, I'm talking about humanity in general from the beginning of time. Our sin has made the world what it is today. God has no part in causing murder, theft, abuse, and disease. What He does take part in, though, is bringing good things from the bad. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who are called according to His purpose." Even though we think that nothing good can come out of a tragedy, God knows better. Sometimes we can't see the good for months or years later. We may never see the flip side of it, but God knows. God let His only Son be tortured, mocked, and brutally killed. Jesus was perfect. There was not even 1 ounce of bad in Him. In Luke 22, verses 39 through 46, we see that Jesus was nervous and maybe even scared about what was going to happen to Him. He was asking the Father to create another way to accomplish His goal. I'm sure that Jesus thought that what was to come was a horrible and terrifying thing. The Father, however, knew that good would come from Jesus' crucifixion. He knew that Jesus would be lifted up and glorified in 3 days to reign forever as the King of Kings. He knew that because of Jesus' death, humanity could have direct access to Him through Christ. I also bet that Mary and the disciples didn't think that anything good could come from the murder of their beloved rabbi. But the best thing that ever happened to us humans came from it. The whole world was given a chance at forgiveness. Christ's death built a bridge between us and the Father. I see no real explainable rhyme or reason why bad things happen to godly people. But they do. And it's up to us to determine if those bad things will loom over us like a rain cloud, or if we will let God turn them into good things. He can use those tragedies to mold our character, or to help someone else in need, or even to glorify Him. God is a huge mystery. He knows so much more than we do, and it's hard to say why He allows horrible things to happen. But we can be certain that He can turn bad experiences into a gift from Him.